guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an awesome day today and welcome to my sewing space. So today I am doing a little bit of sewing. I am working on a black and white striped t-shirt with long sleeves, something very classic and simple that I love wearing. If you've followed my channel for a while, you know I wear these a lot. So I thought it would be really fun to try and create a really high quality version of a black and white striped t-shirt. So I got some fabric from Mood Fabrics, which is a really high quality jersey. It's a thicker knit, so hopefully it will last for a good long time. And then the pattern that I'm working with today is from Deer and Doe Patterns, and it's called the Plantain t-shirt. It is free to download on their website, so if you're looking to make a really simple t-shirt, it's really cute and it has some fun options available, so definitely check that out. I'll link to it down below. I've gone ahead and cut the shirt out, so there is just a front and back piece and then sleeve pieces and a neckband. I'm not positive if I'll keep it long sleeve or cut it to 3/4 sleeve, but I thought I'd give myself that option once I've tried it on. So I'm really excited about it. I'm going to be working a little bit with my serger today, or overlocker, depending on what you call it. I'm not super comfortable with sergers. I use them for finishing seams a lot of times, but I'm going to try sewing my seams with this today, so hopefully that goes well. I think it'll be a pretty quick project and I'm excited to take you guys along with me, and I hope you enjoy. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on sewing. So I have the shirt front and back pieces here, and the first step is really easy. I'm just going to pin the shoulder seams together and then stitch those down with a 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. This is really simple, just a quick easy seam, so should not take too long. I've got my pins here, and I have my serger threaded with a mix of black and white thread. That's just because I didn't have a lot of white thread left. So, and you want to be really careful if you're using an overlocker, if you're using pins, because it does have the blade cutting the fabric, so just be aware of that. So here are the shoulder seams pinned down, and it did mention in the pattern instructions that you could use clear elastic to stabilize the seam if you wanted to. I don't really feel the need to do that. I think it'll be fine like this, so I'm just going to proceed and go ahead and stitch this down. My serger is so loud. So that's the first one. You can see it looks really neat and tidy. And here's what it looks like now that the shoulder seams are stitched. So I'm just gonna go press these seams flat really quickly. So the next step is to make the neckband. This is a part of a t-shirt that lays flat at your neckline, kind of like the sweater is doing here that I'm wearing. So I cut this piece so that the stripes would go vertically to contrast with the horizontal stripes. I think that'll look really good. So all I need to do right now is put the right sides of this together and stitch along this short edge right here to make that into a circle. So now that that is done, I'm going to fold this so that the wrong sides are together all the way around and press this flat. So I have my neckband all pressed nice and flat, and so now I'm going to pin it to the neckline of the shirt. And you'll notice that the neckline seems a lot bigger than the neckband, but you do want to stretch this to fit. So I'm going to match up the little seam right here that we just sewed to the center back and pin that down and then stretch it to fit all the way around. You do also want to be sure to match up the center front of the neckband with the center front of the shirt. Okay, so now that I have that pinned on, I'm just going to stitch all the way around the circle to attach this neckband to the neckline. Okay, so that took a bit longer than I anticipated. I actually had to redo the neckband one time because my machine was messing up, so I had to take that out and redo it. So that took a little bit of time, so I stopped for a tea break, but I do have it all sewn on now. So there is the neckband. It looks pretty neat and tidy. I'm pretty happy with it. There are a couple of places around the circle where it looks a little bit crooked to me, but I forget that when you're sewing something, you're looking at it so closely that you might notice things that won't really be noticeable on the garment when it's done. So I'm trying to keep that in mind and just keep going. So the next step is to add the sleeves. So here's what the sleeve pieces look like. They have this kind of curved top, just a typical sleeve. So I'm going to pin the top edge with the right sides together to the armhole and go ahead and stitch this on. It's gotten really sunny all of a sudden, but it's so nice, so bright and sunny today. Okay, so now I have that all pinned, so I'm just going to go ahead and stitch it down.
Misty mountains, dusty roads.
So there's the first sleeve attached, and I'm just going to repeat the same process on the other side. So the shirt is really starting to take shape now that I've attached the sleeves. But the next thing to do is to sew up that underarm seam. So what I'm going to do is turn the shirt inside out. So I'm just matching up the underarm seam right here. And I am not being super careful about matching up the stripes on this. I know that might be something that a lot of people are more picky about. I do like doing that, but it's just a little bit difficult with a knit fabric, although I say that the stripes are matching up pretty good here. So hopefully they'll match pretty well along the sides of the shirt. That's where it's most obvious. If it's not matching as well under the arms, I'm not as bothered by that. So hopefully it will look pretty good. Okay, so I just pinned all of that together, and I'm actually really surprised at how well the stripes matched up without me really making the effort to do that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stitch all the way from the arm seam through the side seam. And then when I'm finished with that, I'll repeat the same thing on the other side. All the frozen, let the force. Okay, so I just sewed the side seams, and here is what the shirt is looking like. I just went and tried it on as well, and I really like the fit, so I'm excited about that. So the only thing to do now is to hem the bottom and hem the sleeves, but before I do actually stitch up the hem, I am going to serge those edges and then use my regular machine to sew those down with a ballpoint needle, since this is a knit fabric. So that is all that's left to do, so I'm gonna finish it up now. Okay, so I have you propped up in the windowsill, but the shirt is all done, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. I really like the fit of it, and I also am really happy with the fabric. I think the style is just perfect because I wanted something that I could wear either tucked in or untucked, and the little bit of flare at the bottom of the shirt makes it a really nice style for that. It's also not too long, which I really like, but the sleeves are actually long enough, which never happens for me with shirts, so I'm really happy with it. And I think I definitely did what I set out to do with just creating a simple striped t-shirt, so I really like it. And now I want to make a few more of these in some different colors, I think, maybe some solid colors. But I hope you guys enjoyed just going through this process with me. I know it was a bit of a more casual sewing style video, so let me know what you think of how I did the format of this, because it was pretty easy for me to film, which I really liked. And I just wanted to take you along for the process. I think next week I might do a video where I style the shirt, so let me know if you guys would be interested in maybe a few different outfits featuring a piece that I made. That is what I'm thinking about. And if you're new to my channel, I would love for you to go ahead and subscribe by pushing the red button down below. I do post a good bit of sewing content and also thrifting and style, so if you're interested in any of those three topics, I would love to have you along for future videos. But thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out on my channel today, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye! Let the sun shine on the broken, let the sun